Hey, Coach Candice coming to you today from the treadmill. So it's been on my mind to kind of vlog or talk about my training goal for 2025. And I'm doing this video not even knowing if you can hear me over the treadmill, but here we go. Training for an ultramarathon, April 12th. It's a 24-hour race, so do as many miles as possible for 24 hours. And interestingly, it'll be almost 5 years to the day since I did my last one. I wish time I said I was doing that race. It was April 11th and 12th of 2020. And at the time I said, I'm doing that race because whether it was officially held or not, it was eventually held. It was held virtually. Apparently I can't run and top bomb on this, but I remember saying at the time I was going to do it virtually, whether they officially did it or not, because I'm never going to train for this ever again. But here I am almost 5 years later, training for that again, so never say never. But it's just interesting to train for so far, and that the way training has changed. Because I feel like previously, training for like a certain distance, he always trained interval distances. And so for example, like training for my Ironman would always be like, okay, I'm just gonna make this up, run 1 mile easy or faster pace, run half mile easy pace, like whatever it might be, but always for the most part had a general distance goal in mind. Intervals always had a distance goal in mind. And a lot of my training now is more time. Just run for this amount of time. So for example, this is Monday, December 16th. We are 116 days out, 16 weeks, 4 days. And right now on Mondays and Tuesdays, following my main workout with my lifting and whatnot, the sessions often end with a 10-minute easy run. So that's Monday and Tuesday. At the moment, not running on Wednesday. Thursday, kind of like a 60-minute goal where, like last Thursday was run 4 miles without stopping. The remaining time of the 60 minutes, ride the bike erg. Friday, does not have any running. Saturday, my workout is partially CrossFit, partially has some running built in. Again, for a time duration, with the goal of improving pace in the second set. And then Sundays is kind of like my long run of the week, where I usually go to the track. And the goal is again time. So right now the longest I'm running at a time is 40 minutes. And I often think like the running is my thinking time, and it just, the whole mental, just thinking about like the mental challenge of time, and that there's nothing you could do to make it go by faster. Like 10 minutes is 10 minutes, 40 minutes is 40 minutes. Like there's nothing you could do to make it go faster. Whereas like interval work, I can go faster and get that distance done and be done. But here it's just keep going for that time, but that's gonna be how my 24-hour race is. And that although I have a mileage goal, like the time is going to pass anyways. And really what I get out of that time is based on my effort. And so initially, the goal has evolved 3 times, I guess you could say. At first, I said, I just want to do, instead of 100 miles previously, where I had a 36-hour time cap and finished in 35 hours, 44 minutes, I said, I think I want to do 100 miles in 24 hours, and kind of calculated that pace. And now, and I thought, well, I've already done 100 miles once, I should probably do at least 101, calculated that pace. And then, as weeks progress, and I get back into running, it's really falling into place really well. And I kind of felt like I was shortchanging myself by shooting for 101. And kind of had the feeling, again, I'd like nice round numbers. I felt like maybe I could shoot for 120. So, shooting for 120 miles, and we'll see how that goes. Now, again, so anytime I'm training, I have that pace in mind, and really about to dive deep into these upcoming weeks about planning my fueling, because that's a big part. But I'm always thinking in training and how you approach training and how it carries over to life and the people that I work with. And I got to thinking about time. And again, like thinking about, okay, running over the course of those 24 hours, or even running over the course of the 10 minutes, the results I will get will depend on my effort. And that's not unlike, especially December, people start thinking about the new year. Often comes with weight loss goals or goals of improving themselves. And there really is no end point. For example, like, it's not you just do this for 6 months and you're done. It's something that goes on for a long time. But what you get out of that time is dependent on your effort. And so you can either put forth a good, consistent, persistent effort and really have something to be proud of at the end of that time, or you can kind of half-ass it, or not put forth what you know is your best, not have much to show for it. So similarly, trying to focus on putting forth my best effort in training, but also like acknowledging not every day is perfect. For example, really working with there's some significant challenges with some pain in my foot now, but getting better. But again, that's no different than any challenge we might face trying to improve ourselves in some other way. Like, I can either give up and give up the goal, or I can move forward and do the best that I can on a given day. Like, there's been some weeks where I've had to kind of substitute the run for the day because my foot was just so much pain to ride the bike instead, but I still did something versus not doing anything. So my encouragement for you, and there's my 10 minutes today, 0.91 miles, so happy with that. So my encouragement for you is just keep showing up in the days that might be less than perfect, because those days are still helping you make progress. And then perhaps you get days like this where things do go well. And just remember, honestly, similar but different story, but I remember my teacher in English class used to have, when I was a senior in high school, used to have a sign over the clock in his room where you couldn't tell what time it was. And it said, "Time will pass, will you?" So in other words, don't focus on the time, focus on putting in the effort. And as people approach their goals for the new year, don't focus on the time it's going to take to accomplish your goal, because if someone, like, for example, when it comes to weight loss, that journey could easily be 2 years. So like 2 years is going to pass regardless if you take any action towards improving yourself or not. Like, that 2 years is going to pass. But what can you do? What can you do today to improve your likelihood of accomplishing your goal? And using the time that you have wisely. And again, could probably get into a deeper life discussion, but none of us know how much time we have left. And I just wouldn't want to see that time not be used to its fullest in the best way that we can use it. So approaching the end of the video, super sweaty, but perhaps I'll share some more ramblings with you, maybe even stayed around this far, but I look to share with you some of my thoughts throughout the journey. And not to mention, doing this helps me in that the goal is a 10-minute easy run. And if I can talk throughout, it was fairly easy despite me breathing heavy at the moment now, but it helps me kind of keep the pace controlled a little bit and not turn it into a further workout and push myself too hard. I hope you appreciated this, and I hope to be talking again soon and sharing with folks different little things that come to mind throughout this journey over the next 16 weeks. Thank you.